Parents and carers, it's Mr. Carter's here. This week doing something a little bit different and bringing the newsletter to you via a video, and I'll explain that why in a bit. Well, I'll let you know now. It's because we've got a big week this week. Presentation Day's on tomorrow, Year 6 farewell tomorrow night. The office is working really hard to get all of those things sorted, but one of the main things is as well, I don't get many opportunities to talk to you all as a parent, the parents and community, so this is just an opportunity for me to, as the year comes to a close, just to say a few words and also update you about what's been happening over the last week and what's coming up before school finishes this year. I'm down here today on the new basketball courts, and if we just have a look, Mr. Ahara is filming here. We've got these wonderful new basketball courts that have just been opened this week. An absolutely fantastic resource. It runs 5 sports, so we've got proper full-size netball court, basketball court, we've got futsal with those soccer goals there, and we've also got tennis, a proper tennis net and proper size tennis court that goes in, as well as a proper size volleyball court as well. So we're really pleased. It's come up great. There'll be some more things added around it next year, like maybe a little bit of fencing around the sides to stop the balls going away, and also most importantly, we'll be looking at replacing the trees, as we sort of alluded to earlier. But a wonderful resource for our school. Just a few things over the last week. We've had a very busy week at Mudgee Public School. Year 2 have had a wonderful time out at Dubbo Zoo. Loved seeing big days out there in the heat, but absolutely fantastic experience for our kids, thanks to the teachers involved in that. Kindergarten as well, off to Putterbucker Wetlands last week. They had a great time, once again, thanks to the teachers involved. Our kids had a great time, and it was very interesting writing about Mudge, the elf in quarantine. I couldn't go out onto the playground at all last week without kids calling me a bully and all these sort of things for locking up the elf, so that was a lot of fun as well. And on another note, we also had our PBL assembly, which was wonderful to acknowledge the students who received all those awards, particularly our principal medallion people as well. Big thanks to all the staff involved in making that day such a good day. So I talked about our basketball courts, what's coming up this week. We've got a few more upgrades to our classrooms in school. We've got air conditioners being installed in a few of our rooms in KW, 5-6K, and also in LA in the support unit. So that's fantastic. They're going into today and tomorrow. A couple of things I want to talk to you about is tomorrow's presentation day. A really special and important day tomorrow, presentation day. Unfortunately, so it's not presentation night, doing it over 3 sessions with stage 3 being first up tomorrow morning. I just wanted to explain how we can't have every parent here. We're only allowed to have so many people in our school hall, and as a result, we wouldn't be able to fit the students and the parents of all the award recipients. Some parents of the students getting major awards will have received an invitation yesterday inviting them, one parent, to the presentation day assembly tomorrow. There is also a letter going home today for all other award recipients to make sure that parents know to tune in to watch on Zoom, and those Zoom links are there, and they'll be posted up on Facebook this afternoon as well. So I thank you for your understanding around that, but that's the way that it's got to be. We're very excited. I think it's a great opportunity anyway to acknowledge student and school achievement, and I'm very happy that we can do that when months ago it probably wasn't looking like we'd be able to do this. So I think that's a good thing as well. On the same note as that, the Year 6 farewell, that's happening on Thursday night, and the same thing. We'd love to have parents there, but unfortunately we can't. We can't have that many people in our school hall. That's part of the restrictions that we have. But we will be changing the format of the evening and Zooming that graduation assembly for our Year 6 parents, so that by the time they've dropped them home, the kids will eat dinner and they'll have plenty of time to get home and watch that presentation. Just the last couple of things as well. On Friday, we are aiming to do our Meet the Teacher session, where the children will get to meet their teacher for next year. That will be happening in the middle session. With our classes next year, it is looking like we'll have to have a couple of composite classes across some of our stages. If your child is placed in a composite class, they'll receive a letter on Friday afternoon, and they're only draft classes. Things could change because our numbers are very tight, but as I said, there'll be a letter that going home. That explains some of the benefits of composite classes. But it's a highly valued program, the Meet the Teacher, where the students get to know before the Christmas holidays who their teacher's going to be, what classroom they're in, what classmates they're going to have, and hopefully that helps them transition into the year a little bit better. On the topic of staffing, just a couple of things, and I've got Mrs. O'Hara here today filming, and she's doing a great job. It's actually a cold morning here, and she's hot, and we're getting through it. She's holding the camera up out in the freezing cold, mudgy morning for a summer. But Mrs. O'Hara is staying on as a deputy principal next year, which is fantastic for Mudgee Public School as a second deputy. And as a result of that, that opens up an assistant principal position, and Mrs. Lisa Smith will be staying on as the relieving assistant principal in early stage 1. I've mentioned that we've got Mrs. Alyssa Blameyer joining us next year as well as an assistant principal, and we've also got a couple of other staff members joining us next year. Miss Kieran Parrish will be joining us as a teacher in the infants, and she'll be joining us from Eglinton Public School. And we've also got a new teacher in our support unit for a couple of days a week, Mrs. Anna Baker. So just wanted to introduce those two. Just two more things before we go. PNC, the uniform shop, just remember there is a promotion online for the PNC for if you order your uniforms online, 10% discount. So jump on and do that before the end of the year. There are some days in January where the uniform shop will be open. And the other thing from the PNC, make sure you get down and, if you've got time, help Tracy in the canteen. It's a very busy time of year. The last thing as well, next week, we will be looking at having our party days. There'll be information coming out so that we keep them COVID safe. K-4 will be on Monday, and stage 3 will be on Tuesday because they're at Year 6 are at Raging Waters on the Monday. Students are permitted to wear mufti on that day. And that's about it from me. So I just wanted to say, whilst I haven't got to meet everyone this year since I've joined, thank you very much. There will be a newsletter going out next week, but I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank the Mudgee Public School parents and community for the year so far, and also for welcoming me to your school this year. I really look forward to catching up with you all more next year. All the best.